guys, welcome to Ditsy's Diamond Den. So, for the people who have seen all of the ads pop up in their random things that do crafts, and you have been seeing this diamond painting, which is also kind of like cross stitch, and it's also kind of like paint by numbers, and you're like, so what exactly is this and how do I do it? So I am going to give you a brief explanation about what diamond painting is. So there are a whole bunch of different companies that do diamond paintings. My personal favorite is Diamond Art Club. And you do want to be trying to make sure, I mean, you can get these on Amazon for really cheap, but these really cheap ones that you're getting off of Amazon, they don't actually pay the artists that draw these pictures originally. And it's important to support your small business owners and stuff like that. So definitely try to find a company, and there are a lot of them out there besides Diamond Art Club, that does pay for the copyrighted works of arts that they're using. So there are a couple different types. All companies do either squares or rounds. The difference is the squares, there's not going to be any type of gapping in between your diamonds that you use. And they do not quite sparkle so brightly though. While the rounds are more sparkly, and they do have very small gaps in between it because it is still like a square, but you're putting a round diamond in it. But these do shine a little bit more brightly. So I'm going to open up this round right here, and I'm going to show you. So generally, when you get a diamond painting for the first time, it will come with some basics. And each company you buy from, the basics are definitely going to be just a little bit different in each one. Got this backwards. Can't figure out how to open it. Oh, I had it stuffed. So with these ones, there are a couple different types of canvases. So a lot of people are moving to the poured glue method. And the poured glued method means that they actually just very carefully pour the glue to where it's not super overlapped like some will come. Also, the poured glue canvases, you don't have to worry. You can roll them around backwards and they flatten out faster. You can wiggle. You can be surprisingly rough with these poured glues. They also have double adhesive taped ones. Now with those, you are going to get really far out to where it's kind of sticky on the edges, and cat hair, dog hair, and your hands are going to be sticking to this. Also, you can lose some of your tackiness. I am not a fan of the double adhesive. I like the poured glue. It is much easier to work on. Also, this is going to change depending on what company you're with. So if you have a hard time seeing small things, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. So over here, you are going to notice how well you can see the symbols that you're working on. So with the cheaper canvases, these are faded out and the symbols are a little bit smaller, and they're kind of like blurred, so they're not really crisp, and they can become really hard to read. This will fluctuate. There are other companies that do very good with their renderings and your signs. Once again, Diamond Art Club just happens to be my preferred canvases due to the quality of them and the fact that I do have a hard time seeing. And so you'll see here, so diamond painting is just like the paint by the numbers. You've got your codes over here. So like you have a number 2 and you have a number 2. And in here, you're going to have your paint or thread, and you're going to take these. So like here's the 107, which is the number 1, which you'll see right here. And so you're just going to put these where the number 1 is to create your canvases. It's really that simple. Rounds are usually a little bit more beginner friendly. They do have a little bit more room for error if you're just starting out, or you can just tackle a square and just learn as you go. So with these, a lot of people are like, oh, this plastic wrap, how do you keep it out of your way? So a couple different people have different methods. You can get cover minders. Some companies come with these. You can also buy them on Amazon or from small shops on Etsy. You can also just make your own by gluing a magnet on something cute and small that you like. So what some people do is to hold this plastic out of their way while they're working on it. Magnet. There you go. Now it's held down. Other people, and this comes with some, but not all companies, will use something called a washi tape. And they will use these to actually section off their areas. And you do want to do this over the plastic. Do not put your washi tape directly on your canvases. But they'll just kind of line them up like this. Easy as that. And then they will use a crafting ceramic knife. This is extremely important. It has to be a ceramic crafting knife. And they will just cut the plastic out of this little area. So basically they would just go up that side, and then you can flop down this piece and work in that area and then pull it back up. You do want to make sure that something is covering this. You do want to make sure that something is covering this at all times. Otherwise, your glue will lose its tackiness. You can buy glues to put on this just for that issue. And some people also use what is called release papers. You can once again buy those on Etsy. You can buy them on Amazon, and it's just little pieces of paper that you can just flap over the top of it. And I'm going to show you some of those here in just a minute. So now we know some of the basics about Diamond Art Club, what it looks like, and how to use your thing. There's also different types of drills, lots of different types of drills. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and I'm going to grab this. Excellent. And I'm going to grab this. So here's the drills that were in those baggies earlier. This is what is called the release paper. So there are a couple different methods. So this one is a square, and with squares you will get tweezers. And with most kits you're also going to get this, which is called a diamond painting pen. You will get what is called a multi-placer, a single placer. In squares, generally they will send you a nice pair of tweezers. And you will also get what is called diamond painting wax. Now, as you go further along, you will find that there are other alternatives to this, which I do cover in another video, usually in my small shops episodes. So with this, you don't want to just take this right out of the middle. Oh, I've got some stuff in this one. Let me just pull that out. There you go. Cleaned it out. You don't want to just pull off the middle. You do want to pull off the edges. So in a situation like this, let's see if I can get this. You do want to kind of take off the edge so you don't end up with like large holes and don't actually get to use it all. And then just kind of pull it, and you'll see there is some in there. And then for my multi-placer, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of go in from the edge till up and push down. There we go. And that is full. I think I do need just a little bit more in my single. Okay, so now you're gonna take a tray. Most of your works of art will come with some type of tray. They don't all look like this. Some are smaller and greener. Some have sparkles, some are larger. And I take my drills. And I can see that this is the number 18, which you can see right here. It is the P, and this uses the DMC codes for the same as like threads. So the DMC code for this is 762. Most companies do use the DMC code, but not all of them. So I've got all my information right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just gently shake this. And there's a couple different ways that you can apply this. A lot of people, make sure this is in the middle there. So a lot of people do the checkerboard method. So what they'll do is they will pick up one with their tweezer. And excuse me if I don't get these perfectly straight. I'm not at the best angle here. And they will put one there. They will put one up here. And they will put one there. And then they will use their diamond painting pen to fill in the holes. So a lot of people who single place, who like to do each one, and this is not how it normally comes out. Like I said, I'm at a bad angle here. So this is how a lot of people start doing it. Some people will just use their pen and forego the tweezers completely to do their checkerboard. And most people will just do one whole color and then just fill in their spots. Some people can also get off of there. Some people also will multi-place with their tweezers, so you can just grab two like that and just place them. And in this, they will also continue checkerboarding by using those. So some people, you can multi-place with your tweezers. You can get, depending on how good your dexterity is, you can do up to 3. So that is an option. You can also just go one by one. So the important thing to know when you are doing your diamond art painting for the very first time is a lot of people will just push these in to get them as tight as you can. Well, if you do that, when this starts, the glue tightens a little bit as it dries, and it can make your drills pop off. So very small, minuscule cracks are good. Do not just shove as hard as you can against them. You actually just want to take care and just place it in the middle or the bottom right on all of them, which is what I tend to do. I try to aim for the bottom right. So you can just place them like that. Also, as you get further along, you can multi-place. I do have a video on multi-placing, and you can get multi-placers all the way up to where they can hold 15 of these. And with the multi-placers, you can just place them. So, as you can see, I have done this section already. This is a section that I do still need to do. And at the end of all of this, this is going, these are big. They take a long time. So if you're really crafty, and you're looking for something that's affordable and will take time, this is definitely pennies on the dollar for drills, considering this is like 100,000 drills and it cost me $70. And this is what she will look like when it's finished. Once you step back from them a little bit, you can't even tell it's made out of drills. It just looks like a beautiful painting from a distance once it's framed. So if you are like, what is all this diamond painting about? Is it fun? Will I like it? Is it difficult? Yes, you will like it. Yes, it is fun. No, it is not difficult. Like all things, there are tips and tricks to learn as you go. But in general, an 8-year-old can do these and have fun with it at the same time. I highly suggest you try this extremely relaxing activity. So, if diamond painting seems like something that you might be interested in, you do want to know more about some of the things, accessories and whatnot that you can buy to make it more enjoyable and easier, or if you just like cutesy accessories, like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos where I show completed diamond paintings. I do show some tricks to organizing all of your materials and kitting up your diamond paintings, which is what we call when we put things in our different things and put our release papers on. And I also unbox diamond paintings so you can kind of get a look at something and decide, oh, wow, I really want that, or get a closer look at it and say, maybe that's actually not for me. Thank you.